Hello and welcome to a promotional review of the game My Aunt is a Witch. It has been published by Sometimes You, which I want to thank for providing me a promotional review code to review this game. The developer is Graven Visual Novels, released on the 25th of November 2020 for a price of £8.39, currently released on the Xbox One Series X/S. It's a visual novel. Currently a 2.14GB game. Completion estimate is 1 to 2 hours. It's 4K enhanced for the Xbox One X and it's HDR. So it's an IDX Xbox title. So this game overall is very good in my opinion. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I'll explain why. So it's not just your bog standard visual novel. You do have a point and click adventure throughout and is very reminiscent of the Artifex Mundi games. If you've ever played any of those, they are extremely reminiscent of this type of game, of where you have to solve puzzles in order to progress the story. You play as your nephew, I believe, of the aunt in the game. So you have to try and figure out all the different puzzles by trying to find different things throughout. So you will have to spam the A button, unfortunately, for the duration of the dialogue, as there's no skip button for the dialogue in the entire game that I could find anywhere. So you will have to do that. The achievements overall, very easy and will take you 1 to 2 hours to do entirely. You will have to do a couple of different playthroughs of different things in the game to enable you to get those specific achievements. Overall, the puzzles in the game, not too difficult at all. You can skip some of them. The potions minigames specifically to progress the story, you can skip entirely after you fail 3 times, I believe. And once you get the premise of the game down, you simply have to figure out the puzzles for yourself with the different items that are laid about. You have a task list that you have to do to progress the story. If you're extremely struggling to figure out what you have to try and find, there is the LT button on the controller, which will show you all the different interactable points on the screen that you can click on. And you can go ahead and read all the dialogue and figure out what you're trying to figure out exactly for the different puzzles that you have to try and do. Overall, really enjoyed this one. There's a couple of different scenario death scenes that you have to go through to get some of the achievements, and overall extremely enjoyable start to finish. There's not really a lot I could say improved upon. Maybe adding the skip feature for the dialogue would be easier, or at least a auto forward, so you don't have to manually keep on clicking the A button. That would be the only improvement I could really think of. The cartoon art style in this is wonderfully done and reminds me of a old Disney movie and is extremely enjoyable throughout. I really hope you pick this one up. It's reasonably priced and I loved it from start to finish. I hope that they make another game like this. I loved everything about it, and the puzzles weren't exactly tremendously difficult to figure out. There probably are other guides out there for the entire game already, so you can go ahead and get all the achievements as I have done, and you will thoroughly enjoy it, I am sure. You do have to collect some of the miscellaneous things, but by say collect, I mean just by click on them, and it will add it to your collectibles. I believe they are skulls in the game. There's also coins later on, and you'll meet a variety of different characters throughout, along with a variety of different puzzles throughout the game. So it's not exactly all the same throughout, and there are different screens and rooms that you can go around and explore, and it's extremely fun. I loved all the different dialogue in it, and I did actually read some of it throughout it, because this is actually one of the visual novels I've actually enjoyed in the past to do, and I would recommend it highly to anyone looking for a new visual novel adventure. If you like that kind of game, this is definitely one for you. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. The point and click adventure style of it for the puzzles, love that in those types of games. The Artifex Mundi series is definitely reminiscent here, and takes me back to many years ago of the point and click adventures games on PC I played when I was younger. So I absolutely loved this game, and I hope that they make another one, maybe a sequel, because it did say in the end of this one that it's going to be continued in perhaps another story. I really hope there's going to be another one, because I really enjoyed this one. But that's all I want to say for this now. There's not really a lot I could say improvement wise besides what I've already mentioned. I really loved the overall sound of the game as well. That was extremely fun to listen to in the background. Really chill game, nothing too difficult to figure out, Not a whole bunch to put your mind to, but really a thorough game to enjoy. Definitely one to look out for from 2020 indeed. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.